September 20th, and you are not here today. So hopefully everything's going okay, and I'm just here to let you know what's going on. Number one, things are a little bit different today. What we're going to do is seats are going to change. So we're going to go to assigned seating. So now you're going to have a seat for the rest of this chapter and then the rest of the second chapter. Okay? So we kind of got a pretty good idea of how people are functioning in groups right now, and try to put you in the space that's the best to get the most out of this experience. Okay, that's number one. So you're going to have a seat that you're going to go to every day. Number two, we've got something today called a formative assessment. Okay, so formative assessments are little checkpoints to see that we're picking up the skills that you need to continue to function in the unit. Okay, so you're going to get your first one today. So it's kind of like a test. You're going to be working on your own. It's going to be quiet. Everyone's going to be engaged and locked in on that formative assessment. At the end, we're going to have something called the summative assessment. Okay? And that's going to be kind of like the formatives are little checks along the way to make sure we're doing okay. And then the summatives, we're going to see how we did at the end to see if we picked up those things that we needed to pick up. Where do we keep summative assessments and formative assessments? So we're going to keep those on Infinite Campus. So I go into here and here. So anything assessment related. We can find in gradebook. Okay. So the first one we put in last night, let's say we go to our first period, and that's the first one. Okay. So we'll have one of those for every class. We're going to take our first assessment today. Next, in Google Classroom, we're adding a new feature today too. So let's go to our Gmail. And I will go to PSD, and then we'll go to our classroom. So let's just pick a classroom down here. And you're still going to have your homework assignments, but you're also going to have something called your participation grade. And in that participation grade, what's going to happen is you're going to have 5 points every day. Are you functioning in your group? Are you staying on task? Are you avoiding distractions? Okay, so we have two different places to look for grades. If you want to see what your standards-based grades are, where your formative tests and your summative tests are located, Infinite Campus. If you want to find out where your homework is located, your homework grade, and your participation grade is located, that's going to be on Google Classroom. So I'm going to say participation, and today is 9/20/23, and we're going to make that 5 points, and we're going to set that as a function of total points. Okay. All right. And then I can just go into participation and keep track of things that way. So that's part one of this update for today. And then part two is going to tell you what you missed in class today. Okay? Hang on for part two, or go over and click on part two.